All right, welcome back everybody to Altcoin Daily. My name is Aaron. In today's video, we're going over recent information, breaking news that you need to know about. I'm going to clue you in on everything you need to know involving Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. And near the end of this video, I actually want to talk more about my personal strategy when it comes to being a cryptocurrency investor. Not that I want you to copy me, I just want to clue you in as to what I think will happen in the future and how I'm investing. So if you appreciate that, make sure you like the video, support the channel, and let's get started. Hundreds of millions of active PayPal accounts in the United States just woke up to this Bitcoin message. Good morning, Aaron. Curious about crypto? Buy Bitcoin and more. So PayPal announced that they were doing this just about a month and a half ago in October, and they're opening it up worldwide. But right now, this is the first day that this is available in the United States. They're listing Bitcoin, Ethereum, BCash, and Litecoin. I'm going to give you my opinion on this in just a second, but let's find out some details because I was surprised how interesting and bullish these details actually were. They're talking about demand. So PayPal says that it's opening up crypto services to all US users. Direct quote, "We are pleased to announce that all eligible PayPal account holders in the US can now buy, hold, and sell cryptocurrency directly with PayPal." The move follows disclosure of high demand from PayPal's leadership. On an earnings call earlier this month, PayPal CEO Dan Schulman remarked, "Our base is very eager for us to offer these capabilities, and that the firm's waiting list was actually bigger than they expected." A representative referenced the degree of demand in the email, noting how PayPal is also lifting its weekly purchase limit for cryptocurrencies as well. They said, "Due to the initial demand from our customers, we've also increased our weekly cryptocurrency purchase limit from 10K to 20K a week." So with Bitcoin blasting off over $16,000 and PayPal opening this up, somebody could buy one whole Bitcoin in any given week, or one whole Bitcoin a week until Bitcoin gets to over $20,000, which, guys, have you taken a look on CoinMarketCap or any site like this, what Bitcoin's price chart looks like lately? It takes you by shock almost, because, we're still kind of subconsciously thinking about Bitcoin in the bear market over the last 3 years, but this is a bull market. And before we move on, regarding my opinion on PayPal listing Ethereum, BCash, and Litecoin, let me give you my opinion on this once again. I'm hugely bullish on Bitcoin. I consider myself a Bitcoiner. I have just flipped. I actually have changed my mind. I've kind of always said this, but I've become increasingly more bullish on Ethereum this cycle, but it's not really supposed to be a currency. So why they listed it on PayPal? I think it's just because Ethereum is developing kind of a big network effect, not hard money. See, Bitcoin has got hard money. Bitcoin has got money on lockdown, which is why I'm not that bullish on BCash and Litecoin, even though I recognize Litecoin as an oscillator, and I think in a nascent market, at certain points, all this stuff pumps. This is honestly, though, bullish for all these cryptocurrencies. This is a big green flag if you hold Litecoin, BCash, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. Just keeping it real. So let's move forward. Bitcoin over 16,000 today. So Bitcoin hits 16,000, but I don't see much retail interest in my local network. What to make of this? Retail is sleeping. They'll wake up once the media beats the drum about Bitcoin reaching new all-time highs. I totally agree with this. Bitcoin at 16,000 today. It's higher than it's ever been in 2020. It's higher than it's ever been since January of 2018. Yet, I still think Bitcoin is a good buy because retail isn't in yet. This is still smart money accumulating, in my opinion. And to put a final point on the PayPal news before we move on to other Bitcoin news, and then I want to talk to you more about my strategy when it comes to altcoins and all this stuff. But to put a final point on this news, do you remember the Coinbase premiums fueled by retail in 2017? So this is when people bought their Bitcoin on Coinbase for a premium. PayPal is now the vehicle for that same environment. You watch the premiums run on PayPal as they did when we rallied on Coinbase in 2017. Do you understand what that means? This is the obvious question. If people can buy on Coinbase or any other of the tons of exchanges we have now, why would they buy on PayPal with a premium? Well, the same reason they didn't buy on Bitstamp and Bitfinex in 2017. Ease of use. Retail now has an easier on-ramp. This is adoption, son. So, be proud of yourself if you've been accumulating Bitcoin over the last few years. If you think like I do, and plenty of people have plenty of different strategies who watch our video, we're inclusive. We have major altcoiners watching this station. We have major Bitcoiners watching this station. But I come at it from the point of view as a Bitcoin fundamentalist in that you want to make sure your Bitcoin stack is increasing. And if you think even a little bit closely to how I do, you are in the money. Because this channel has been around since right about this point. We are up, guys. Be proud of yourself. That's what I'm saying. We are living through a digital gold rush. I think this is 100% true. I think people are just starting to realize this. I mean, people are just starting to realize this year because of COVID how digital is the future. And I think we truly are living in a digital gold rush. Let me know down below if you agree. I'll tell you somebody else who agrees. The world's second biggest bank to sell $3 billion in bonds for Bitcoin. This is the world's second biggest bank. Notably, the digital securities will be exchangeable for Bitcoin on the Fudding exchange as well as US dollars. Trading is slated to commence this Friday. If successful, Fudding intends to work with the big four Chinese banks. So, again, the world's second largest bank is selling $3 billion in bonds for Bitcoin. Incredibly bullish. So yeah, you go ahead, trade your valuable Bitcoin for an IOU from a Chinese business. I'll just keep my Bitcoins nice and safe. Hey, I like what you're saying, but for sure, this is a net positive. And let's move forward. When was the last time you took a look at bitcointreasuries.org? This is a great way. Publicly traded companies have to disclose their holdings. We're seeing more and more companies. A lot of people don't disclose they hold Bitcoin, but these guys need to. And we can actually see the percentage of the Bitcoin pie that they hold out of the total 21 million. So in total, 81,000 Bitcoin, or 0.5% of all Bitcoins in circulation, is held in treasuries of publicly traded companies. That's not counting the coins you hold. That's not counting the coins I hold. That's not counting the coins the exchanges hold or privately traded companies hold. So yeah, you can see incredibly bullish. And now let's move forward. I want to talk to you about altcoins. I want to talk to you about my altcoin strategy going forward. This is a continued conversation, so make sure you subscribe. Maybe you already know my point of view. And let's start off actually with BCash, because although at a certain point I think everything is going to get pumped, I think everything is going to pump, I think things are going to get very bubbly, I'm not bullish on all altcoins. I think altcoins trying to go after the market of money have a harder road ahead because Bitcoin has taken the market of hard money. And there really is a major difference between Bitcoin versus everything else. For instance, BCash. BCash is going through its next scheduled hard fork in 2 days. BCash, unlike Bitcoin, has a hard fork about every 6 months. What's different about this one is that this one is a contentious hard fork, similar to how Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin SV broke apart in late 2018. And that's all you really need to know about that. This is BCash versus Bitcoin on a weekly chart, the full price history. So this is not skewed in any way. This is the full price history. And you can see holding BCash versus Bitcoin since 2017 has generally been a bad idea. Not that you couldn't have traded it, but I'm just saying. So I'm not bullish on all altcoins. I think Bitcoin is going to eat every other coin that's trying to be hard money. But thinking about Bitcoin and Ethereum this cycle, as I've said, and I've changed my mind on this, despite the fact that we can point out why Bitcoin has, or why Ethereum has, it's not as pure, it's not as good as Bitcoin, I'm still bullish on Ethereum this cycle. And I put this question out to the community. What do you think is an appropriate percent allocation for best risk-adjusted returns? So that's the key, risk-adjusted. And surprisingly, maybe this, I always tend to think our audience skews more towards Bitcoiners, so this surprised me, maybe not you. 61% said at least 25% in Ethereum. I am actually bullish on Ethereum this cycle because Ethereum is developing a great narrative. It's got a little bit of a Lindy effect. Just everything it has going for it. If you take a look at what Ethereum had going for it last cycle, when it had a huge run up, I think it has the same stuff going for it this cycle, if not more so. Because here's the thing, check this out. Remember the big DeFi bubble we had a few months ago? 90 days ago? Probably think DeFi is dead, don't you? But if you look total value locked in DeFi, that has only been increasing. And DeFi coins are, the good ones, are different from the ICO coins of the past, the shit coins. Not that these coins have long-term value, I'm just saying how they're different in that DeFi is all about borrowing and lending. And there's a lot of coins being locked up, including Ethereum, so it's even better for Ethereum. And again, I'm stressing this cycle, I am bullish on Ethereum. All exchanges are pushing it. A lot of people are down to speculate on it. And the thing you have to think of is that ever since Ethereum launched as an ICO, Bitcoin Maximalists, called it a scam, said it would never launch, said it would never be seen, saying that it would be seen as an unregistered security. That's not the case, saying nobody would ever build on it. That wasn't the case. I think a lot of Bitcoin Maximalists are a little short-sighted when it comes to Ethereum this cycle. And we've even seen certain maximalists like Turdemeester. I've played you the audio clip before. He is a huge Bitcoiner, but he's admitted, he says, I own some Ethereum because I don't want my personal beliefs to cloud possible trading opportunity. And that is how I think of altcoins. I am actually bullish on DeFi this cycle as well, because we continue to see value locked increasing. If this was happening on just the Lightning Network, you'd be bullish too. You'd be bullish too. And with that being said, let's finish up the video. The plumbing has 100x'd since 2017. I remember when Binance wasn't even a thing, let alone Binance US. Well, now Binance US adds North Carolina, now servicing more than 80% of the US. Akon rolls out to Kenya Tech City. So Akon has not only launched his Akon, but his Tech City is moving forward as well. Ray Dalio says that governments will outlaw Bitcoin if it gets more popular. Hey, we need somebody to buy our bags when Bitcoin reaches a price point of $50,000, right? Either way, guys, I think you and me, we're incredibly lucky to be involved in Bitcoin at this point in time and to have a greater sense of the cryptocurrency market at this point in time. If if you're one of those people who watch our channel and don't think that you'll ever trade or invest in altcoins for short periods of time, that's one thing. But if you ever think that that is a possibility you might do, this is when you think about that stuff. This is when you think about that stuff. Not after hearing about it and hearing about it and hearing about it. And it's just better to think about this stuff down here. So let me know your personal strategy below. I know we have traders. I know we have cycle traders. I know we have hardcore hodlers. And anything could happen. All right, guys. See you tomorrow.